Okay, so we are on to our next step, prototyping. Now, the next step is to create a prototype of the design. Prototypes rapidly get your ideas into motion before you've spent much time even coding. From a UX perspective, the main purpose of a prototype is to get your ideas in front of users early in the design process, when refinements and iteration are much easier and less costly. So this is also to get them in front of your clients as well. And this kind of little example I have here on the right is actually how you can quickly prototype within Figma. And this is kind of just like a little overlay interaction. But within Figma, you can easily create these different types of prototypes and they feel like you're using an actual application. So, doing this really early on will really help you as a designer, get ahead of development and also test ideas early on. So there's a couple of different options you have here. You can either create a coded prototype or use one of the many prototype applications on the market, like Figma. I personally love Figma. I recommend using prototype applications as they really reduce the time and effort needed. And especially with Figma, you're keeping your designs in one place. You're able to create some really great prototypes with Figma and also apply different types of animations that could really make your design pop, set it apart from others as well. And Figma can really do a lot. It keeps everything in one place. Like I said, you can create low or high fidelity interactions. Like we see here, we see a bunch of different interactions, but it doesn't take long to learn or use. You can create some sophisticated prototypes and you have commenting also on your prototypes as well. So like I said, it's very collaborative. It's really easy to use. We'll get into some much more complex animations as well, but this is kind of like my go-to. But I always say use your own judgment to determine the right approach for you and your team.